What's up everyone, and welcome to my first extensive Hearthstone deck guide. In this new segment of my channel you will get an in-depth look of various meta decks so that you may better understand different kind of decks and how to play them. I'd like to start with the infamous ZooLock deck that is currently infesting the ladder. ZooLock is a top tier deck since the classic Hearthstone set and remains so in numerous forms after Whispers of the Old Gods. You can see my current deck list on the right of this presentation. The basic tactic of a ZooLock deck is to take control of the board in the early stages of the game with small but nonetheless powerful minions and favorable traits through buffs. After that you will float the board with your small minions, refill your hand with light tap and put out your heavy finishers like Sea Giant or Doomguard. The new Old God ZooLock is even more aggressive than the pre-standard version, which will lead to a high win rate in the current still unstable meta, while also favor new players with small card pools. The deck is very cheap, with only one legendary in it, and it tends to be one of the easiest decks you can play right now. The new Whisper of the Old God cards are very strong additions to an already great deck. Forbidden Ritual works fantastic with the new Darkshire Councilman as well as Knife Juggler and will lead to devastating combo potential. On the other hand, ZooLock is losing less good cards than the average deck through the transition to standard. Notably we have Implosion here. When playing these kinds of decks you need to be aware of the board situation and don't overextend. One of the few weaknesses ZooLock has is the vulnerability for area of effect damage spells that can wipe the entire board. You will most likely survive one board clearer without a problem, but decks like that are running multiple AoE spells are a serious threat for our deck. Next I will look at the mulligan situation. As you are probably aware of it, it's very important as a Zoo player to play your cards on curve, meaning to spend all your mana and don't waste a turn without a move. This way we can put pressure on our opponent right at the beginning of the game, so naturally we want to go for at least one strong 1 and 2 drop each. The Flame Imp is the strongest 1 drop in the game and his negative battle cry will be worse the longer the game goes. His value will go down if you can't put him out early in the game. That's why he's our top priority as an early drop. If you have the coin in hand you should value both Dark Peddler and Imp Gang Boss higher than without a coin. A turn 1 Peddler or turn 2 Imp Gang Boss is a very strong move. Now let's see how the deck compares to other decks currently in the meta. The following list contains 10 decks which are all very prominent right now, but it is of course highly possible that you will face other decks besides these. It's just an overview. As you can see, the most played class right now, which is Shaman, is a very favorable matchup for ZooLock and a good counter if you're facing too many Shamans. Control Warrior, all kinds of Druid decks and most of the current Cthulhu decks will also run into a lot of problems against ZooLock. They don't run or don't have enough board clears to keep up with the steady flow on new minions we are pushing out and therefore will be overwhelmed most of the time. On the other hand, you will see decks with either good board clearing abilities or combo potential that don't care for the board in most cases, are heavily favored against ZooLock. The new Tempo Warrior, which saw some great results over the last week, is very Patron Warrior-like and also a favorite versus ZooLock. The card replacement section for ZooLock is a very short one. You should be able to get all cards fairly easily. If you don't have Gormok, I would run another Doomguard or Leeway for some extra damage. On the bottom you can see some possible cards to consider if you want to change some of the cards I am currently using in the deck. So far for the overview of the ZooLock deck. I will now show you the deck in action, but prior to this I want to emphasize that some feedback for this guide would be very helpful for me. I am planning to do these guides daily, but it will take more time than simple gameplay, so I need to know if the extra work is worth it and of course if you like it at all. It's the first one, so I will most likely improve them over time. Show some love with a like, comment or subscribe to my channel and never miss future content. Thank you very much.
Versus Gul'dan!
Your soul shall be mine! I am your nightmare!
Cut it out!
Why do you fall?
Get it out! Get it out!
Buying or selling? As you command. Take your medicine.
My shield for Argus!
Your soul shall suffer.
Gul'dan versus Garrosh.
Victory or death! Your soul shall be mine!
Are you my master?
Do you have the artifact?
It's getting hot in here! Death!